Hey folks, I wanted to film a quick video about Newsweek. I have a client placed in here. I'm really proud of this story. I'm excited about it, but also honestly, I'm a little emotional. This is a very personal story. I saw a lot of myself and my family in this placement, and I think millions of other people will feel seen and heard as well. If you don't know me, I am Dominique, your friendly neighborhood political consultant and media strategist. And let's dive in. So here's the cover. The name of the story is Cash Crunch. It was written by the just brilliant Joshua Rhett Miller. I loved meeting and working with Josh. Sometimes you meet reporters and they're just telling the news or reporting on it. Josh instantly, I knew he cared and he was going to do right by the story and by the people in it. And in our interviews and conversations with folks, we both shared of ourselves. And so this is just really beautiful and powerful. The story is about, honestly, how the other half lives. So if you've been paying attention to the news, you've heard folks say the economy is doing great. And it really is. It's really incredible for a lot of people. However, for a lot of other people, life's really hard and they're struggling. And this is their story. It actually reminds me of 2020 when some clients and we talked about this K-shaped recovery. So if you envision the letter K, right, the up and down, V part of it, if you will, folks are doing well and they're continuing to do well. Or if they weren't doing well, they're on a rise. And then for a lot of people, life is really hard. And I think that's because there's just honestly so many broken systems and corporations are really taking advantage and abusing a lot of people. And so it's an important story to be told. And I think it helps make sense of the disconnect going on in a lot of conversations about the economy. It features two incredible human beings. Where are they? Tyler and Addison. Thank y'all for speaking up and being willing to share your stories and stand in the gap, if you will, for so many millions of people and let them know about the reality of the ground or on the ground. Tyler and Addison are members of Justice and Joy National Collaborative, formerly known as National Crittenton. So they're one of the nation's oldest advocacy groups or nonprofits, if you will. And they're really experts in working with vulnerable and marginalized and system impacted communities, specifically girls, young women and moms, and gender expansive young people of color. So this was actually, I think, a perfect storm of circumstances and a really good learning lesson for how nonprofit leaders, advocacy organizations, et cetera, should always be prepared and reimagine their work. So Justice and Joy earlier this year launched Fixing Democracy, so a series of focus groups, research, and a civic engagement initiative for young people of color. The research was done by HIT Strategies and Lake Research. Shout out to y'all. And so we knew we wanted to talk about the research and the insights and really elevate the voices of marginalized people and how they, feel about this democracy and election. Simultaneously, Newsweek was working on a story about the economy and wanted to highlight real human stories and voices. And so we were able to create that win-win, if you will. But the real lesson from a PR perspective is you may have the story that you want to tell, or you may want to have your topic, but you need to know all of those sub-issues and topics that your work connects to. I like to call them, what are your power words? And so really anything that has to deal with the economy, et cetera, socioeconomic issues, that is another place where my team and I have the opportunity to insert justice and joy into the narrative. And that is exactly what happened here. So go pick up a copy. Really beautiful story. I'd love to know what you think about it. Talk to you later.